Okay, so we have a 2013 VW Polo 1.2, and the issue with this is the timing chain. Engine management light, when we read with the diagnostic, showed problem with the timing, and also on startups the chain was making noise. Now we're going to replace the chain and show you step by step what we go through to get this job done. Now firstly, we empty the oil. Got to drain the oil and then remove the sump, as you've got to remove the oil pump chain first before you can remove the engine timing chain. So the sump needs to be removed for that, and also before all of that we need to remove the alternator. Just take off the bolts, don't need to disconnect anything. Loosen up the water pump pulley and then take it off, as the timing chain cover will get in the way, you won't be able to take it off. And we will also be showing the routine of the timing as well when it comes to locking it, and we will see which side is out and we will be taking it from there. So as you can see, as well as the chain noise coming from the chain, the diagnostic is also showing that there's a problem with the camshaft position sensor with the performance, so timing is out. Okay, so we've taken off the bottom sump, remove the water pump pulley, crankshaft pulley, and as I said, because the oil pump chain is in front of the timing chain, we'll have to take off the timing chain cover, then remove the oil pump chain, and then we get access to the timing chain. So we've removed a few things from the top as well. Now we're removing the screws and bolts around the timing chain cover. So we've opened up the timing chain cover, and as you can see, the tensioner is out way more than it should be, and the two chains, they're very close together. That's due to the play within the chain. Now we're going to remove this chain, replace the guides, tensioner, chain, and then once we put it back together, we'll show you how it's supposed to be in comparison. Okay, so we've removed the chain, guides, tensioner. Now to lock the crankshaft side, you've got to take off the crankshaft sensor, which is underneath. You've got it's held by a 25 or 30 Torx bolt, 30 Torx. You've got to remove that, take the sensor out, and put the crankshaft lock tool, and you lock the camshafts through here, as you can see, there and there, and we use the gauge to bring the engine to top dead center. Now as the timing was out, we locked the crankshaft first and then adjusted the cams from the pulley and then locked the camshafts. Now here we have the old guide, which as you can see is broken in comparison. We've got the new one next to it, and there's some broken parts of the old guide, some of it inside the sump as well. We're going to clean up the sump before we put it on, obviously. And there's all the parts there, the guide, tensioner, chain. The tensioner was in very bad condition as well, as you can see. So we're going to give it a nice clean before we put everything back together, and then once we've cleaned it up, put the chain on, everything back into place, we will take it from there. Okay, now we'll replace the camshaft gears as well, put everything back together, new tensioner, new guides, oil pump chain is on, as well as the sprocket. And as you can see, as I previously explained, the difference within the tensioner, how further out the previous tensioner was in comparison with this one, and the gap in between the two chains, obviously. Now when replacing these camshaft gears, you need to tighten it to spec, which is 50 Newton meters and then 90 degrees. When tightening these, you're going to need a special tool so that you're holding the pulley from here and then tighten it. Make sure you have that, otherwise you're just going to be spinning the camshaft gear wheel without tightening it at all. Okay, so we've closed up everything. put the sump on, change the oil filter, put the engine oil in, make sure everything's okay. And now we're going to start it up and see how things go. Okay, so here are all the parts we've replaced. The guides, and the broken half of the guide is there. Tensioner, cam sprockets, chain, and bottom crank sprocket. Now we're going to start the vehicle and listen to the noise. As you can hear, no chain rattles or startups, running perfectly fine. The main cause of the timing chain failing or wearing like this will be due to poor maintenance of the vehicle, so late oil changes and stuff like that will cause the chain to wear down, damage parts of the guides, etc., tensioner to fail. So to prevent this from happening, you just got to take care of this engine, do the routine servicing on time, and you won't be having problems as such. Thank you for watching. I hope you like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.